Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon, and today we are discussing the eclipse that's happening in Capricorn on Tuesday, July 16th at 5:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. It's at 24 degrees and 4 minutes. If you have any planets that are around 24 degrees, like 22 to 26 degrees, it could have a significant effect on those for you. And so the energy of an eclipse will go out 6 to 18 months. And for you, it is happening in your 11th house of groups, group activities, social, very public life. So what are you releasing so that you can bring something new and better into your life? That's what we're going to be talking about. I'm dealing with Mercury retrograde. I know you can relate because we had Mercury retrograde in Pisces not too long ago, and now it's in Cancer where my Mercury actually is, plus like 5 of my planets. And so I'm having a lot of entertaining fun. Anyways, so I had this all backwards and people are getting bonus readings. So this is the real eclipse video. It's the first one I've recorded for you. And then I will do a bonus reading. We'll decide what that is as we go along, I guess. So we have belonging, community, culture, and tribe, family. Oh my gosh, yes, that is exactly what we're talking about. That sense of beginning of belonging. Who is your culture? Who is your tribe? Who do you belong with? I like to call them family. Friends that are like family. Because we can't say we can't pick our family. We used to say that, right? But really now we know that we did, just not here. And so there are also people, our soul family that comes in, and we have enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, indulgence, and pleasure. This is about finding the group where you feel like you belong, where life is fun. Let's see how we can get some guidance on that to carry through for the next 6 to 18 months. What steps can you take to bring the joy of groups and group activities and community into your life, where you feel safe and protected and guarded and appreciated? That is so excellent. All right, Pisces. So let's just see. I'm going to start here with the 9-card spread. The key to the situations in the center, past, present, future, present being from the time of the eclipse moving forward, and then thoughts, feelings, and actions, how I'm setting this up. While I am shuffling out these cards, I want to let you know that I'm changing the formats up a little bit for the next couple of weeks. Well, about 6 to 8 weeks, as I'm moving to the water down in Florida. I'm going back to my family and the beach. And so while I'm in this transition period, I'm going to, be, that's a lot of cards. I'm going to be, doing 2 weeks at a time on the videos. I'm going to try to have content come out every week, but I have to do all my recordings this week in order to have a space to do any recordings in. And so we'll see what I can manage. And then once I get settled, or I should say resettled, back where I belong, then I am going to be back on regular schedule with content coming out a couple times a week. So this also gives me time, though, while I am not able to record videos, to be able to work on my website. So be looking for that. Also, that is a lot. Wow. Okay. That is a lot. Pisces, this is eclipse in your house of groups and group activities. Over the next 6 to 18 months, there is going to be a major shift and change in your life as far as that goes. So if you are unhappy with your current group of friends, the family, whatever situation the dynamics are, where your very public persona is, now is your opportunity to really make a change, to bring in the joy and the pleasure. So I haven't really been reading these cards in the reverse, but sometimes I do. It depends on what it feels like when I see it. On this one, it's 2 worlds, and it came out in the reverse. And I think this is really important because it's, see how outside there's like all that beauty and everything, and instead she's focusing on the drudgery in front of her. But over here, Spirit's like, you need to be working on finding the pleasure. And so I'm going to turn this upside down, because I want you to focus on how do you get yourself back out to nature, to the pleasure, to the enjoyment. I feel like you've been locked away in working hard and not enjoying life, and that is not good for anybody. So how do we bring this balance back in? How do we find that joy? So the key to the situation, this little book here, it's about a journey. This is a journey of epic proportions for you. This is going to be a major change. This eclipse is going to shoot you out there into possibly new communities and groups, although I don't see it in here. What I do see, this is in your heart space. This is you getting in touch with spirit, allowing divine guidance to come in and whisper in your ear, say you need to go here, you need to go there. Maybe you're actually planning a trip to go to, maybe you've always wanted to go on a safari, or you've always wanted to go to see the holy city or something. It feels massive, like a very big undertaking. And so you are doing some work here. We have the Queen of Keys, which is about the practical aspects of growing a project. So there's practical aspects. You're listening to spirit. You're also looking at the down-to-earth thing. It requires research and writing. Excuse me. But you are inspired because you have the muse. You are inspired to make this change. You are inspired, and you are being inspired by spirit. So you are inspired to take this journey, to make these changes, to grow, to go. There's so many cards. I don't even know where to put them up. I don't want to lose track of what's here because it feels so significant. Like, I rarely think of the 11th house as being that significant, but for you, this time, super important. Super important. Okay, so in the recent past, you have the karmic trench. You were feeling really stuck, like I am in the same place doing the same thing over and over, and also probably dealing with releasing karma from past life experiences. And so it actually was in the reversal, and I'm going to leave it that way because that's better. That means you're getting out of the trench. And you're burning down the house. Like your ship is on fire. You're thinking about how disorganized everything is, how chaotic it is, how I just need to find a way out of here. I need some help. I need to rescue myself. I hope you're thinking I have to rescue myself. Yes, you could be looking for someone to rescue you. There should be help along the way, but it's always important that we learn how to rescue ourselves. And it looks like springtime. Okay, so that's about 9 months from now. That's at 6 to 9 to 18 months. A year and a half from now would also be spring. So it could take you a year and a half to get there. So focusing on that, moving that forward. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it could be right around the corner. So in the recent past, the community that you were in was full of fighting and infighting and anger and war, and it did not feel like home. And that is why you are seeking to go on this journey. In the heart space, you felt under attack by the people who are supposed to be your community, by the people who are supposed to be your support group. You've been feeling very much under attack. And so you're like, this isn't working. Why am I stuck here with these people? I need to get out of here. I need to burn the ship down and set myself free. Okay, in the future. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so divine healing, the presence of Jesus. Healing of your heart. Look at that community of people that are just feeling loved and are showing love to each other, and you are moving away from this viciousness into love. You realize that you co-create with spirit. You have all the power. You are a co-creator of your life. So you don't need to stay in this nastiness. So set your course and you're going to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Don't be looking back. Move forward. Move forward. And heal your heart. Spirit is leading you and guiding you and helping to heal you and getting you out of this drudgery and bringing in the family and the joy in life, in the heart space and in the root chakra, because this one is root chakra. Even though it's like, it's red, it's root chakra, but it's belonging in community. And so I think that, and this is sacral chakra. And so it's been like, not being where you belong is really eating away at your sense of joy and your sense of security, but it's like emotional security, not necessarily like financial. And usually I don't think of it that way, but you don't feel very safe and protected. If your family is always attacking you, you can't feel very safe and protected. Like your basic needs aren't being met. In the recent past, we have the on track card. So it was in the reverse, which means you weren't, but like I said, I've been really reading these in the upright, and I feel like you're like, this isn't working, so I'm going to get myself on track, and I'm getting out of here. And Archangel Gabriel is like, yes, I am here to help. I will give you the information you need. I will give you the guidance you need. I will lead you. I will help you with communication. I will get you where you need to go. And then we have these cards. Holy cow. So let's start here. We have up in the air, and it was in the reverse. But when up in the air is up in the air, it means you may not know exactly where you're going yet. And I think that might be right because we have the setting your course. And so I think you know not this, but I'm not sure what yet. And I think you're going to find that out. I think you're going to have a lot of help. We have the garden. This little boy is aiming for the future. This is tapping into your inner child and finding the joy in the small things. And where do they take you? So what sparks the joy in your life? We also have getting in touch with the elementals, another small child card. And this is being out in nature and what inspires you, what brings the joy, and communicating with the fairies and also just spirit and being present. I feel like I want to say just be present for where you are. And then get in the flow. Spiritual blessings are pouring down on you. Look at that waterfall from spirit of blessings and emotional satisfaction. And you are going places. You are going places because Archangel Uriel. So we've got Archangel Gabriel. We've got Jesus. And we've got... And, they're now, and there's nothing really in the past. It was like you had to do the hard work. You had to figure it out. And then you were like, wait, I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to ask for help and guidance. And they're like, yes, finally. Like, they can't show up unless you ask them. And so it's like here where all of a sudden you're like, add some, I am here. And they're like, yes, we're here. We're here to help. Oh, thank goodness you finally asked. And so now we have Archangel Gabriel comes in. Jesus comes in to help heal. Archangel Uriel's like, let's go through this karmic stuff and figure out where you're supposed to be going. What is your soul's journey? Why are you here? And I think that's why it's still kind of up in the air. It's like you still don't have all the information you need, but it's coming in. Archangel Gabriel is bringing you information. I feel like moving you forward, but maybe in 18 months you're still not there, but you're on your path. Because sometime in the next 18 months, you have a fated meeting. There is somebody who you agree to work with in this lifetime on your soul's journey. So, is it business? Maybe. Is it social? Maybe. I mean, the 11th house of group and group activities could be either one. But there is somebody that you are going to meet that is going to come into your life at exactly the right appointed time that you agreed on. And you'll be like, there you are. I've been wondering when you were going to get here. So part of the time frame being a little vague kind of feels to me like you're counting on them doing their work too, right? But here's the thing I do know is if you've done your work and you arrive at the station and the person that you were expecting has made decisions that have led them in another direction, then somebody else is going to show up. You're not going to be stranded at the station. But you will be asked to take a chance. You are being currently asked, take a chance, take a risk. If you stay where you are now, if you do what you've always done, then you're always going to be stuck in this karmic trench. You're never going to be able to flip this up. You're going to be facing drudgery forever. You have to make a change. You have to take a chance. You have to take a leap of faith. I can feel the anxiety welling up I'm just like, what? Pisces, it's safe. It's safe. If you're like, I don't know, my ship's on fire. Should I really jump into the water or should I stay where I am? No, your ship's on fire. Jump. Oh my gosh. And Archangel Gabriel will catch you. And then you will be enjoying success and happiness. Right? If you're not feeling success and happiness right now, and this card is showing up, and the pleasure card is showing up, I'm going to say if that's not how you currently feel, then you need to make some changes. If you currently feel that way, yay for you. I am so happy. I really am. But if you're not feeling that way, then it's time. It's time to make some changes that allow you to get there, to put you on the path, to be on this spiritual journey, this setting your course to you. That's what it feels like. It's like you finding your authentic you and being where you're supposed to be, doing the things you're supposed to do. Oh, these are lovely. Oh my gosh. Okay, so where is it? I saw that card. Where did I see it? Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was somebody else's. Been doing a lot of readings. Okay, so not on yours. You have the birch, healing of the past. That is that divine physician, helping your heart to heal. You're going to be healing your heart, healing the past. You're going to become a spiritual warrior. You have a lot of guidance. They're all like, yes, we're here for you. We're here for you. Thank goodness you're finally asking for help. Archangel Uriel, Gabriel, Jesus, and anyone else you want to call on, believe me, they will show up. They're just the ones that are showing up in this reading. So become your own spiritual warrior so that you can balance your emotions. So that you can balance your emotions. If everything's been feeling like your ship is on fire, now we can balance the emotions. We can heal that situation. But you're going to have to take a chance. If you're doing what you always did, you're going to get what you always got, right? Do something differently. Differently? I don't know. Hard to believe I have a degree. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I should probably take all the cards. That one said sadness, and I don't like it, so I hope it doesn't show back up. I don't want sadness. I want you to find the joy and the pleasure. Although it feels significant and like it would fit in with this reading. So they really don't want it to be that. But healing your heart, finding the joy, creating the happiness in your life, that might be exactly what you needed to see. Oh my God, and finding the beauty in life, in yourself, in the moment. Beauty and pleasure. Life is supposed to be a lot more fun than it looks like it's been in this reading. Okay, a little practical guidance here. Because so far we've got getting in touch with spirit. You're on the right track, or you're heading in the right direction anyways. You're healing the past. So setting the course, we could use a little, oh look at this, magic stream. It's that waterfall of blessings. Right? Spirit's like, no, we got you. We're here. Get in the flow. But let's see if we can get some practical steps. Okay, we talked about this. We talked about this. This is you rescuing yourself. And there's that waterfall of blessings again. Yes, people are going to show up and they are going to help you on your path. You are not on your own. It is community. But you have to start doing something. Take a look at your life. What can you do differently to start rescuing yourself from your situation? And you have follow the leader. It wasn't in reverse. It was in the upright. I haven't read them in the reverse anyways today, but it feels so significant to me. It says to me that you are the leader that other people will follow. When you rescue yourself, okay, so I was driving from Florida to New York, and I called my husband and I said, you need to get home. We need to leave earlier than we planned. And he's like, why? I'm like, it's snowing in northern Florida. If we don't leave now, we'll never get out of the state, because this was, 30 years ago, and they didn't have any salt trucks or anything. I don't even know if they do now, but they certainly didn't then. I'm like, get home. So he gets home. And we rush out of there. And the first hour, it's pretty good. Now we're 2 hours out of Florida. We're 2 hours from being out of Florida. We're away from, heading toward Georgia. And then traffic stops. And we sat there for 5 hours. And I was so upset. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to run out of gas. I can still see the gas station where we stopped behind us before we get out of here. And I'm like, get out and go see what's going on. And he's like, what? I'm like, go see what's going on. So he gets out and he goes and he looks and he comes back and he goes, well, there's all these semis that are like blocking both lanes and they're being pulled up by these tow trucks. And I'm like, really? So, being me, I'm like, okay, so I tell him, buckle up, because why? We're not going anywhere. Well, yeah, we are. I pull up over onto the left shoulder and I put on my hazard lights and I'm driving like 5 miles an hour, which feels like I'm speeding because we've been there for 5 hours. And I'm like, beep, 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 beep. And he's like, what are you doing? I go, well, in case, and it's getting on dusk, I'm like, well, in case I don't see, like somebody else is making their husband go see what's going on. He's like, oh. So I'm driving along and I look up in the rearview mirror and every car is pulling out behind me. And all I can see for miles are taillights of people just pulling out. I rescued us. We didn't sit there and run out of gas. I saved myself, but I showed other people how to get out of that too. At 5 miles an hour, we climbed the hill, which looks a lot like that. It was only like that big of a hill. And all those semis were up there, but we just whipped on by them at 5 miles an hour. There were no cops. They couldn't get there. So that's how we got out of there. So this is one of those things where it was a small action. It was just simply 5 miles an hour. It wasn't speeding along. But we rescued ourselves. And you're being called on to rescue yourself at this time. You're being called to take an action. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be something. Do something to change the energy, shift the energy around so it starts flowing, so that you can start getting this flow of blessings from the universe. Ask for the help, ask for the guidance, because why? You are beginning a new cycle. You are beginning a new cycle. Rescue yourself. Start the change now. Get the wheels of change moving in your direction. You have the power. Remember, you have the power. You have the power to co-create. And yes, it might take 6 months, 18 months for this to get there. But if you don't do anything, then it would never happen. So you have to do something now. So if you want to make a big move, if you're tired of living where you are, then, it took me a year once I made the decision. Well, actually 15 months by the time I get there, because I had to line up a bunch of things and I had to figure some stuff out. But I said, hey, everybody, I'm moving. That was my first step. I let everybody know this is what I'm doing. So make a decision and start moving in that direction. All right, so these are Archangel cards. Archangel Gabriel showed up. Archangel Uriel showed up. Jesus showed up. So be sure that you're calling on them. Call on your spirits. Call on the planetary guides. Call on your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, anybody. Start asking for help. because they're all standing around going, oh my gosh, just ask for help. We're trying to tell you stuff. Right? But these are Archangel cards. I wanted to make sure that everybody would have, in case somebody didn't show up in the reading, which pretty much everybody got something. I wanted to see who in particular you could call on for your particular situation. Okay, so we have a creative change from Archangel Jophiel. Manifesting beauty in our lives through our thoughts, supporting artists, prophets, interior design, self-awareness, inspiration, hope, and joy. Helps those who are feeling spiritually lost, depressed, or in despair. Archangel Jophiel. Call on her. The prayer is, I invoke the golden yellow lights of Archangel Jophiel to help me manifest beauty within and around me. Where was that beauty card? Beauty within and around me. And I ask you to help me to have creative power in every aspect of my life. Please help me to remember that whatever I focus on, I manifest. Through the vibration of my own thoughts, help me to align my thoughts with who I really am and to see the beauty that crosses my path. See the beauty that crosses my path. I will remain open-minded and be guided by the light within. With your help and your creative power, I can and will manifest the beautiful life of my dreams. Thank you. And you have Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael will help you cut the cords of negative attachment. Anything that's in this karmic trench that's holding you back, ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords of negative energy in your life so that it can be transmuted, so that it can be taken away, so that you are free to move forward and you will be protected. Ask for protection during this transition. Like, this is a big deal, right? You're taking a risk. For you, it's a major risk. Like, I'm not sure. But you're a mutable sign. You should be more comfortable making change than other signs. It's not like we're asking Taurus to make a change. Oh, those spirits been doing that too. So if they're going to ask Taurus to change something, then you changing something shouldn't be that big of a deal. So we have Archangel Michael. Sorry, just, you can adapt and change, and so now is an opportunity. It says, he who is like God, Archangel Michael, protection, guidance, and strength, helps with protection, direction, self-esteem, motivation, courage, commitment, faith, energy, vitality, life purpose, and releasing fear. I invoke the blue light of Archangel Michael to surround me and protect me from any negative energy or entity, seen or unseen. I ask that I be a channel of divine love and healing to everyone I cross paths with. I ask for courage, strength, and faith so that I may walk this earth and be with an open heart and an open mind. Thank you for the true and perfect guidance that surrounds me each and every moment. And so it is. So it is. You can manifest, you can create, and you have Archangel Jophiel, Raphael, Gabriel. I swear Ariel was in here. Didn't I see Ariel? Yes. Oh my gosh. And Jesus. You have a spiritual team surrounding you. I can't even find it. I have so many cards. You have the biggest spiritual team helping you to make this transition out of this situation where you don't feel like you belong. It is time to feel like you belong. It is time for you to go to your spiritual home. And I don't mean pass over into the next realm. I mean here, your soul's journey, spiritual home, where you came here to do, who you came here to be with, because don't forget, there's a fated meeting on the way. All right. All right. You take care. We'll talk really soon because I'll be doing the next video and putting it up today. So I will see you then.